In a vibrant African village, surrounded by lush greenery and the sounds of nature, lives a royal family. King Omari, Queen Zuri, and their two children, Prince Kwame and Princess Amara. This family is cherished by the villagers, embodying strength and dignity, guided by traditions passed down through generations. Despite their close connection to the village, they hold tight to the customs that shape their lives. Prince Kwame had found love in an unexpected place. Zola, a kind-hearted young woman known for her wisdom and compassion. Though she used crutches due to weakened legs, her spirit was strong. However, Kwame's family, bound by tradition, refused to allow him to marry Zola because of her disability. In a private discussion, King Omari and Queen Zuri voiced their disapproval. "Our son, the prince, marrying a woman who cannot even walk unaided?" King Omari said with worry in his voice. "The villagers would never understand. They would mock us, and our family's name would lose its respect." Queen Zuri nodded in agreement, her expression troubled. "Yes, Omari, we've always been seen as strong and noble. If Kwame marries Zola, it will appear as if we accept weakness. I worry for the future and the whispers that would haunt our family." Their hearts were closed to Zola's kindness, as they feared only for their family's status and the opinions of others. Despite his parents' disapproval, Prince Kwame's heart remained steadfast. He believed that Zola's inner beauty and kindness were worth more than any physical appearance. With courage, he decided to speak directly to his parents, hoping to change their minds. "Father, mother, Zola may not walk like others, but her heart is pure, and her spirit strong," Kwame pleaded earnestly. "She is everything I could ever hope for. Please, let me marry her." But his father only shook his head, arms crossed in determination. "Kwame, you are a prince. How will our people respect us if you marry a woman they see as incomplete?" Queen Zuri raised her voice with a burst of anger. "Over my dead body will I allow my son to marry a crippled woman? Can you not find any other beautiful woman in the land?" Kwame looked at his mother, heartbroken and stunned, realizing how deeply their beliefs ran. His love for Zola was unwavering, yet his family's prejudice stood like an unbreakable wall. One day, an old witch arrived at the palace gates. Her eyes were fierce, her voice carrying the weight of an age-old wisdom. She had witnessed the royal family's refusal to accept Zola, and she had come with a dire warning. "Because you have refused to see the beauty in everyone, I curse you," the witch declared. "Your only daughter, Amara, will lose her mind until someone marries her as she is." Cursed and broken, she paused, looking directly at the king and queen with an intense gaze. "Since your son is too good to marry a crippled lady, then no one shall ever marry your mad daughter. Only love can break this curse. And until then, her mind will remain lost." The royal family looked on, horrified, as the witch disappeared into the shadows, her words echoing through the palace halls. They knew then that their refusal to accept Zola had brought a terrible fate upon their beloved daughter. From that day, Amara's behavior changed. Once known for her grace and kindness, she now wandered the village, talking and laughing to herself, often swaying as though in a trance. Her expressions shifted unpredictably, and the villagers began to whisper about the curse. People gathered in small groups, watching Amara with concern, pity, and fear. Whispers and gossip spread, and the royal family grew desperate, realizing that they had brought this suffering upon their own daughter. King Omari and Queen Zuri traveled far, searching for healers and wise ones who could break the curse, but every journey ended in disappointment. The only way to break it, they were told, was if someone loved Amara enough to marry her as she was. With her mind lost to the curse, the family returned home, exhausted and burdened with guilt. But the answer they sought was always the same. Watching his sister suffer, Kwame felt the deep pain of his past actions. He realized how wrong his family had been to judge Zola by her disability. In desperation, he sought help from other men in the village, hoping someone would marry Amara and lift the curse. But every man he approached refused, some laughing, others mocking. One villager laughed outright. "You expect one of us to marry your crazy sister? Surely, Prince, you must be joking." "Yes, Kwame, we've all heard about the curse," another man sneered. "Who would willingly marry a mad woman?" "You rejected a woman as good-hearted as Zola," said another, shaking his head. "And now you ask us to marry Amara in her cursed state? No, thank you." One after another, the men refused, leaving Kwame to feel the weight of his family's judgmental actions. One day, Kwame met a young warrior named Leko who had recently arrived in the village. Leko had heard of Amara's plight and felt drawn to help. He admired her resilience and was willing to marry her, even in her cursed state. But his decision shocked the villagers. "Leko, have you lost your senses?" one villager asked in disbelief. "Marrying the cursed princess? Think of what this could do to you." Others tried to reason with him, urging him to reconsider. You're a strong young man with a bright future. Why would you choose someone like her?" But despite their warnings, Liko stood firm, unmoved by their fears. He looked beyond Amara's curse and saw her true spirit. His decision became a spark of hope for Kwame, who realized that true love could indeed break the chains of prejudice. The villagers gathered in awe to witness the wedding of Amara and Liko. Despite her cursed state, Liko loved her for who she was. And as they exchanged vows, a magical glow surrounded them, signaling that the curse had been broken. King Omari stepped forward, his face humbled and filled with remorse. "I was wrong," he said, addressing the villagers. "I judged another's child harshly, unable to see the beauty in her heart. Yet here stands a man willing to love my own daughter, even in her darkest state. I ask for forgiveness from Zola, from my son, and from all of you. Let us honor true love over appearances." The king's words resonated through the village, bringing a moment of profound reflection. At that moment, the royal family and the villagers understood the power of love, acceptance, and humility. As the curse lifted, Amara's mind cleared. She looked at Liko with gratitude and love, her eyes now filled with peace and joy. The village erupted in celebration, and the royal family embraced their daughter, finally free of the curse. From that day, the villagers knew never to judge anyone based on appearances. They celebrated each other's unique strengths and beauty, choosing love and acceptance over prejudice. Understanding his past mistakes, Kwame sought out Zola and, with a humble heart, proposed to her. Kneeling before her with sincerity, he offered her a simple beaded necklace as a symbol of his love. Zola, moved by his gesture, smiled with joy and accepted his proposal, her eyes full of love and forgiveness. Following the proposal, Kwame brought Zola to the palace to meet King Omari and Queen Zuri. The royal couple stood before her, their expressions filled with humility and remorse. They knew that their judgment had been wrong and that it had brought pain not only to Zola, but to their entire family. King Omari, softly, "Zola, we were blind to the beauty and strength within you. Our pride clouded our hearts, and for that, we are deeply sorry." Queen Zuri, taking Zola's hands, "Please, forgive us. We judged you harshly, without seeing the kindness and love you have brought to our son. You are family to us now, and we hope you can find it in your heart to forgive." With tears in her eyes, Zola nodded, accepting their heartfelt apology. She embraced both the king and queen, her warmth bridging the gap between them. The royal family, now united in acceptance and love, rejoiced as they welcomed Zola into their hearts and home. Together, they had learned the powerful lesson that true beauty and strength lie within. Their acceptance of Zola marked the beginning of a new chapter of love, unity, and humility for the royal family and the entire village. In life, true beauty lies within. When we look past what we see, we find kindness, strength, and love. Let us celebrate the unique beauty in everyone around us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and support this channel so we can continue to make great contents like this. May God bless us all.